What's up, YouTube? Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's Monday. I know everybody was probably up late yesterday, so go ahead and drag yourself out of the bed. Morning. Yes, everybody drag yourself out of the bed. Wake up. I was up kind of late. I don't like I went to bed at like 12. I don't ever stay up that late when I gotta go to work the next day. That shit is like hell. But congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess I can't call them Schmeagles anymore. My name for them at one point were the Schmeagles because they were the lords of no rings. But last night, against the hometown Patriots, which are not my team, I'm a Cowboys fan, though I like the Patriots. Cannot stand the Patriots fans because they don't have any real ones over the age of 20, but that's a conversation for another day. But anyway, yes, the Philadelphia Schmeagles are no longer the Schmeagles. They are the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. No, I did not watch the full game. I watched bits and pieces of it because my so-called protest was still kicking in. You know, I had to wean myself off of watching football. I grew up watching football. I actually like football a lot, especially to watch. So, though it wasn't easy, it was still necessary, and it happened. So when I intentionally didn't watch a Cowboy game, you already knew the protest was in full swing. Because I don't ever not watch Dallas play. But the crazy part about all of that shit is I think it would have hurt the Patriots, it would have hurt the league, and it definitely, without question, would have hurt Tom Brady's legacy if they had won that game. Because everybody already feels that the NFL, every time the Patriots get in trouble and are about to lose a game, and the NFL doesn't want to push or market the team that's about to beat them, that some sort of phantom pass interference or holding, morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit seems to kick in. So, but it is what it is. It's over now. You know what I'm saying? Patriots have lost. Eagles have won their first title. They have also gained some sort of revenge, I guess, from New England beating that ass 10 years ago, basically, because it was 2005, 13 years ago, actually, now. So the Eagles have some measure of revenge. Congrats to them. But the NFC East, once again, proves to be the toughest division in football. It's hard for those teams to make it once they get to the playoffs because they beat themselves up so much during the season and in interleague competition with each other, in a division competition. It fucks up everything. So, once again, congratulations to the Eagles. You guys finally won a Super Bowl. Don't let it go to your head. Don't start going overboard about a dynasty and all of that shit. Because y'all ain't no fucking dynasty. Now, moving right along. First, I want to say again another good morning to everybody good morning everybody for coming in and fucking with my little stream, man. I want to do this every day, guys. I really do. So as long as I get support, and I don't mean financial, but as long as I get support, because that's what them other niggas mean by support. When they say support, they want you to give them money. And that's not what I mean. I just mean I want you to fuck with the show. That's pretty much it, G. So, moving right along. This weekend we had a good weekend. I don't know if you guys had a good weekend with me, but I had fun this weekend, man. I really did. It was not a good thing to have to do this to Boyce Watkins. I'm gonna say this up front right now. Boyce Watkins, up until yesterday, I'll sub to his page. I gotta go to my other channels like this channel and my Shame TV 2 channel. I don't know if I'm still sub to him there, because on all my channels I'm pretty much sub to the same people I'm sub to off of my base channel. But it's not something that I wanted to do, man, because Boyce Watkins, again, like Sarnetta, was a person that I used to openly send people to. I thought he was pushing too hard with the Bitcoin thing, because I've known about Bitcoin since 2009 is when I first heard about Bitcoin and learned about blockchain accounts and all that shit like that. So with that being the case, I understood that it wasn't something new, you know, whereas he was pushing it as this brand new thing to black people. Hey, get in on this now, because if you don't, the wave of the future, such. And I knew for a fact that Bitcoin don't roll like that, yo. Bitcoin fluctuates heavily. Like when you make money off Bitcoin, you gotta hurry up and make your money. And then once you make the money, like once it goes up, you gotta then start acquiring assets with it. And then you could get rid of the assets. And that's one of the main reasons. What's up, girl? That's one of the main ways that you could make money off Bitcoin. But anyway, I'm no guru, so you ain't see me doing videos, because it's hard to be a guru on Bitcoin because it fluctuates so much. It hasn't taken hold yet. And for it to be as old as it is, it's still relatively new. A lot of people don't know about that shit. They don't know what the hell Bitcoin is when you say that shit to them. So it's a lot going on with all of that. But the way Boyce came out and pushed himself as this huge fucking Bitcoin center, like the way he made it look is that he had all the experts. And if you go to Derrick Jones Talks Live, the last video I just posted, it was audio of Boyce Watkins. It was audio of Charles Wu, his handler, and it was also it was also audio from Yvette Carnell's channel, where her and her team basically investigated this nigga, and lo and behold, Boyce Watkins works for a fucking marketing company. That's why I let the last video that I just put up, it starts off with him talking about, you know, in marketing, of course in marketing, because everything you do is in marketing, because you're a fucking junior marketer for Charles Wu. And he's a marketer for Blake, for the white guy Blake. So come again with all this black empowerment shit. Come again with all this, don't be trusting the people, the black people who presenting certain shit in your face, but behind your back they doing this and they doing that, and behind your back they doing that and they doing this. Like, nigga, you the same person. And that shit is fucking hurtful, boys, because niggas fucked with you tough, G. And it's a lot of people who didn't like you, per se, but they respected you and respected your position because you were Boyce Watkins. You were the black dude who stood up to Syracuse and told them no more, and you ain't gonna be used as no puppet, and you all this shit is bullshit, because this fucking dude, Charles Wu, he ain't even respect you enough to fucking give you some sort of official title. This nigga came right out and said that Boyce Watkins, first off, he called the very first term that he used to refer to Boyce Watkins was a character. That's the very first term that Charles Wu, and this is, let me say this openly right now for fair use purposes. This is open audio that anybody can find. Anybody can go and it's readily available on the internet as we speak right now, where one Charles Wu of the Nexus marketing firm openly came out and described Boyce Watkins and his relationship to the business. And hold on, guys. Where this individual openly came out and described Boyce Watkins' whole involvement with him and Nexus, and the very first term he used to describe Boyce Watkins was character. That he's the character that he plays. This is what I mean, people, when I tell you, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. The stuff I'm telling you right now, I can't make that up. Where would I even begin to get it from to make that shit up? You can't make it up. These people come at you every day with the Black Wealth Boot Camp Business School and the black this, black that, black this, black that. And the whole time, yo, it's all a front. They don't mean none of that shit. They don't mean none of that shit. All they really mean is come fuck with me and give me your money. Because ultimately, that's what it all ends up being. We already know what goes down in Harlem. Is this why Boyce Watkins came out? What was it, y'all? 2-3 days ago? Maybe a little longer, maybe 4 days ago, that Boyce Watkins came out and was openly caping for Sonetta and his award show because he's probably going to get an award. Sonetta is just going to go around YouTube and pick the most famous black faces on YouTube TV. All the popular YouTube TV people, like Boyce Watkins, etc., he's going to pick those people and give them awards. That's where the whole shit with Sarasu and Seti is more than likely coming from. Is he going to give Seti an award? Why, is Seti back with the HOK? Is this all of that shit, man? Because you heard Boyce Watkins say on the video that I played yesterday, all publicity in marketing, all publicity is good publicity. So when he says, it's one thing if somebody else says in marketing. It's something different when Boyce Watkins says in marketing because he's a marketer. He works for a marketing company who's targeting black people. What the fuck? What are they actually targeting us for? I'd like to know. I'd really like to know that. And I'm not saying it just for shits and giggles. Like, yo, I'd really like to know. What the hell are you, as an internet, a bunch of Europeans who run an international business group, want us to fight for black empowerment for? So much is that they're marketing it to us, how to train our... Did you hear Wu talk? You should really go back and hear Charles Wu talk. He's saying how the company is going to show us how to properly educate our children. So here we go again with white people coming together to tell you and I how to educate our children. And at the core of all of it, when you first see these people, they don't confront you as a group of Europeans who run an international business group who targets black people. No, they don't come at you like that. Who do they come at you with? Good morning, everybody. This is Brother Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins. I have a PhD and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's how they came at you. That's how they came at us. That's how they always come at us. Boyce has talked so much shit that when you people keep coming out saying the stuff you say, this is what fucks you up. I always keep telling motherfuckers I could get caught doing anything, damn near, except talking to Sarnetta about us being friends and shit. And me working with him, knowing he's scamming motherfuckers and hide scammers. But other than that, I could get caught doing anything. Because I don't come out purporting myself to be some guru. I don't come out purporting myself to be some all-perfect guy who doesn't do shit. All I do is notice that I don't say those things because it's hard to live up to those things in life. That's number one. And number two, you motherfuckers say that you are all this shit, and at closer examination, you're none of this stuff. Everybody in our community, damn near, who, like I said, whether you like Boyce Watkins or you didn't like Boyce Watkins, we respected Boyce Watkins because there wasn't really no shit attached to his name. He did a masterful job of that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't holding Black Power Award rallies at the Alhambra, calling it doing work for the people, and then going to buy himself a fucking, you know what I'm saying, brand new Benz or a brand new Beamer or a brand new whatever the fuck, and stunting on niggas and shit. Like, Boyce wasn't doing shit like that. So it was easier for him to be portrayed as the serious brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brother right here is serious. He's really trying to da-da-da-da-da. And then he's got the Black Wealth Boot Camp, you know what I'm saying, which sounded like a wonderful idea to a degree, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like the Umar Johnson effect. Like, why do you have to lie to me to give me what's good for me? Like, the number one thing that's good for us right now is no lies. Like, that's the shit we can't keep dealing with because we've done it too much, and that's fractured our community. I'll give you a perfect example. My kids were playing yesterday. Everything was wonderful with them until one of my daughters did something, took something, and then decided to lie about it. And then my other daughter and my son didn't want to allow her to lie about it. So then she wants to reinforce her position through the lie. And so it causes a big story and a big old rigmarole. So I go and play, you know, mediator, which is my job pretty much. And once we get to the bottom of it, I let her know. I said, see what lies do? Like, see how much confusion lies cause? If you had just told the truth, everything would have got sorted out and no problem. Y'all would have been back to playing and everything would have been everything. Now we got to stop, sit down, decipher who's lying, who's telling the truth, why you're lying, all of this stupid shit. That's why I'm like, yo, if you niggas really had something positive to say and something to push, say the shit. Push the shit, but don't do that shit in secret. Don't have black people coming to you after you done built this niche for black people to come to you, and that niche is really the niche of Charles Wu and Nexus. Not Boyce Watkins, who runs around bloviating and calling himself the boss, and he's his own boss, which is nothing but a lie. You get a check, nigga. You get a check from somebody, G, to fucking do their bidding, and their bidding is not conducive as Sankofa would say a billion times. It is not conducive with us moving forward in the way we need to move forward, which is, I hate saying it and sounding all fucking cliche, so to speak, but we need righteousness. We need we need reality. The last thing that niggas need is more fucking illusion. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The last thing we need is more illusion. And that seems to be all we get from these people. He the boss of YouTube page. Like the way he presents that shit, man. Excuse me. On my Izzy doctrine again. Yeah, he gonna record that and download it. You know, I'm spitting. I hope he say it so I could drag him some more. I'm gonna leave him alone though. For my friend that's in the chat, I'm gonna leave him alone. Just for you, I'm gonna leave him alone right now. But yeah, man, this shit with Boyce is insane, man. And who's at the crux of it again? I mean, at the center of it again? Who's right there? Oh, Sarnetta. That's how the tension got on you, boys. Fucking with Sarnetta. When I heard that you caped for Sarnetta and you came out and was in support of that $25,000, now $15,000 Apollo Award show / Alhambra Ballroom deception. When I found out that you was a part of that you came out, boys, and actually said, yeah, go support Sarnetta, and I was like, oh, Sarnetta called him. Sarnetta called him. Sarnetta told him he was giving him an award. Boyce is he's gonna do his typical Boyce. Now that we know he's a character, he's gonna do his typical Boyce. And he's gonna say, you know, I'm not really up for accolades and awards, you know, blah, 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 blah. And the whole reason you even shouted that nigga out was because he called you and told you he was giving you an award, more than likely. This shit is sad, yo. This shit is fucking sad. But once you come around Sarnetta in that manner, it's hard for me to look at you differently. Like, it's certain people that's come around Sarnetta, and I don't really look at them differently because they hold their own. Hey, true, but the whole point is that these people said that Boyce's position is a character. He plays a character, is what Charles Wu was basically telling us. He's basically telling you, look, we got a business and we market to people. We role play, we do whatever the fuck we gotta do to sell this fucking product or to sell or push whatever it is we pushing. So if our main push right now is black people, what about black people are you pushing to black people? He told you we're pushing black empowerment as a religion. That's what we're pushing, black empowerment. Okay, one could say, what's wrong with that? Where people want to push black empowerment? Absolutely nothing, except it's black empowerment by their version of what black empowerment is. It's educating your children by their version and standard of what it means to educate your children. Not true education that's going to liberate your children's minds totally from the way of thinking that these people plant inside your mind from the time you're a child. So that's one of the problems. Secondly, we don't need to be going to everybody else to fix our fucking problems. We need to go in-house to fix our problems. But all we need from them is our resources. We need the resources and to be left the fuck alone to do what it is that we're trying to do. That's all we need. So if Nexus wants to help, truly help, and push for something to help empower black people and all of that shit, well, I'll actually talk to real black people. Don't talk to no fucking Boyce Watkins. Especially you can't talk to him if you hired him, because he's just a hired hand at this point. He's going to say whatever the fuck y'all tell him to say. And we've heard Boyce Watkins say openly that he's completely opposite from that. That's what makes him special, because he's not in that position where he has to do those things. He's not in the position of an NFL player where he has to listen to what these people say and taking a knee and Kaepernick and all the shit he was running his fucking mouth about, G. All the shit he was running his fucking mouth about. He ain't in a position to do none of that shit in real life. He can't do none of that shit in real life because he's completely owned. And while being owned, like I said, this nigga had the fucking nerve to run around and present himself as this ultimate black man, present himself as he's the shining example of what it means to not take no shit from the white man, produce your own way. You know, him and his family, we travel the world and we do this and we do that. And now I realize how you do it. You do it the same way all the rest of the scam artists do it, nigga. You do that shit off the backs of our people and you present to us another front. So, Boyce Watkins, you have some questions to answer. You have now come on Shame TV, Eastwatch, Shame TV 2, Derek Jones Talks Live. You have now come on the radar. You will now be asked questions weekly. Questions like, why the fuck did Charles Wu come out and call you a character? Why, for you to present yourself as this strong black man and some skinny little Asian guy, the very first thing that this nigga says to and about you is, oh, he's a character. Boyce is our character. He's a pitch man. He just diminished your whole position, G. Everything you even stand for, G. Everything you stand for just got diminished in 5 seconds by that little ass Asian man. When that man came out and called you a fucking character and a pitch man, in less than 5 seconds, everything you stood for, in my eyes, just went crumbling all the way the fuck down. Derek Jones Talks Live. This has been your morning yard streams. The Eagles have won the Super Bowl. Yes, they defeated the New England Patriots 41-33, winning their first ever Super Bowl. So don't let it go to your head. Fisher-Price, our first Super Bowl. And brother Boyce Watkins is indeed a fucking scam artist, liar, and he has a handler. And his name is Charles Wu. So, brother Boyce, we got questions for you. We just asked them, and we'll be asking again if we don't get answers. Y'all have a good fucking morning, man. Peace.